Sändningen presenteras av jab.se, kampsportskläder och utrustning på nätet och i butik.
What's happening, my friends? Welcome to the UFC weigh-ins. How about a round of applause for Ariani and Chandela? Dana White, without him, none of this would be possible. Joe Silva, matchmaker extraordinaire. Bruce Buffer, the voice of the Octagon. Burt Watson, babysitter to the stars. Mark Ratner, we stole him from Nevada. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fantastic card for you. Starting out in the welterweight division. First fight of the night. Carlos Eduardo Rocha versus Chris McCray. £170 and his opponent Chris McCray. $171 for the Ultimate Fighter veteran. First fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Carlos Eduardo Rocha versus Chris McCray. Next up in the light heavyweight division, Carlos Vemola versus Seth the Silverback Petrozelli. First up on the scale, Carlos Vemola, 205. And his opponent, Seth Petrozelli, 205 for the Silverback. Carlos Vemola and Seth Petrozelli, ladies and gentlemen. Next fight in the middleweight division, Rob the Rosedale Reaper Kimmons versus Kyle Noak. First up on the scale, Rob Kimmons, 184. And his opponent, Kyle Noak, 185 for the Ultimate Fighter veteran. Rob Kimmons and Kyle Noak, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight will be in the welterweight division. Slick Nick O'Shipshack versus Dwayne Bang Ludwig. First up on the scale, Slick Nick O'Shipshack, 171. 170 for Dwayne. Nick O'Shipshack and Dwayne Ludwig, ladies and gentlemen. Next bout also in the welterweight division, Mark Scanlon versus Pasquale Kraus. First up on the scale, Mark Scanlon, 170. 170 for Mr. Kraus. Mark Scanlon and Pascal Kraus, ladies and gentlemen. The next bout will be in the light heavyweight division. Alexander Kakareko Ferreira versus Vladimir the Janitor Matyushenko. 204 for Kakareko. 205 for the Janitor. Alexandre Ferreira versus Vladimir Matyushenko, ladies and gentlemen. The next bout will be the first fight on the main card in the light heavyweight division. Goran Reljic versus Krzysztof, the Polish Experiment Sojicki. First up on the scale, Goran Reljic, 205. 206 for the Polish Experiment. First fight on the main card, ladies and gentlemen, Goran Reljic and Krzysztof Sojicki. Next up in the welterweight division, Peter Sabata versus Amir Sadala. First up on the scale, Peter Sabata, 169. 170. Peter Zapata and Amir Sadala, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the lightweight division, Andre Winner versus Dennis Siever. First up on the scale, Ultimate Fighter finalist, Andre Winner. 155. 155 for Mr. Siever. That is a hell of a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Andre Winner and Dennis Siever. Next up, the co-main event of the evening in the middleweight division. Alessio Legionarius Sakara versus Jorge El Conquistador Rivera. First up on the scale, Alessio Sakara. 186 for Alessio Sakara. 185 for El Conquistador. Alessio Sakara and Jorge Rivera, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, the main event of the evening in the middleweight division, Yushin Thunder Okami versus Nate the Great Marquardt. First up on the scale, Yushin Okami. 185. And his opponent, Nate the Great Marquardt. $186 for Nate. Yushin Okami and Nate Marquardt, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening. That is our weigh-ins. Thank you very much for coming out. We will see you all tomorrow night.
Sändningen presenteras av jad.se, kampsportskläder och utrustning på nätet och i butik.